sword fight, fight, fight. Monkey sword fight, fight, fight. Monkey sword fight, fight, fight. Monkey sword fight, fight, fight.
Smoke it up, smoker.
You've got to stop putting the words with dots in there. 'Cause
That's my own, actually. This is the first one I haven't stolen from somewhere.
All right, cool. Right, let's get into it then. Got my sexy cold voice on.
Ow!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Perth's premier podcast, Monkey Sword Fight, with me, your host, Jordan Patrick, and my co-host, Mr. Michael Dots.
Word with dots. Life's too short to wear uncomfortable underwear.
Yeah.
True. It is true.
That's a Mike Dots original.
That's a Mike.
Yeah.
That's when I wrote. I penned while I was wearing uncomfortable underwear.
Nice.
Yeah, I still am wearing them, by the way.
Why?
I don't know.
Life's too short, Mike.
I got them for Christmas, but I said that. I thought of that on the way out the door, and I was like, I can't just freeball it now. You know what I mean?
Nothing worse than those tight bockies that ride right up your arse. So,
You gotta get the medium balance between something that's gonna cup your gear,
Yeah.
but isn't gonna shift.
Well, see, that's what's good about them. They do cup, but the thigh part rolls up a little bit.
That's just shitty
Can't do it.
elastic, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't do it. Won't
Spend
do
money.
it.
Andy Mac on the ones and twos as per usual.
what's happening?
I want to try this because I got my sexy cold voice. And now, a word from our sponsors. The boys at Fair City Jiu-Jitsu understand that Jiu-Jitsu can be quite overwhelming when you first start, so they've developed a course to properly introduce complete beginners to the art. This is a great opportunity for anyone regardless of your age, gender or your fitness level, and to start 2019 with a new goal. You'll have access to an online support group which will be used by both coaches and students to ask questions and review video of the course content. No equipment is required, just turn up, start learning something new and get fit at the same time. £79 for the full 8-week course, which includes 16 instructed sessions plus access to the online support group and training videos. You can get in touch on Facebook, Instagram or at faircityjiujitsu.com. I'm still intrigued in this deal.
Yes.
I think there's only 10 days left.
10 days
as
left.
of the day we recorded, so when this comes out, I think there'll only be 9 days left.
9 days left of the deal, so get on top of that.
Dive in head first. Learn something new.
I was speaking to my brother about that today. So I want to do something this year, something competitive. I don't know what, but I just want to do something a little bit outside of my comfort zone one time before I hit 30. So I don't ken. Like, there's all these things you see, like I said, I'd like to get into jiu-jitsu and playing football again. But I've not got the time to dedicate, but I want to do like a one-off, something or other. So people, if you're listening, give me suggestions. Your JP's challenge for the year. Since it's 2019, I've seen one of these things, you get these, the charity MMA dues. I'd always wanted to give that one bash.
Do you put on like headgear and shit?
Yeah, it's like an amateur one, but like it's for charity, so you actually get in a ring and try and beat the piss out of someone.
I don't know about getting kicked in the face for charity.
I'd like to do it once.
I'd
actually prefer that than fucking shaving my beard off again.
Would you?
Oh yeah.
I think we'll skip that next year. We'll do something else.
Yeah. I'll donate 20 quid to anyone who's doing, well not anyone, but one person, whoever's doing it closest to me, but no doing that again, like maybe next year. But yeah, anyone, shout out Fair City Jiu-Jitsu, and also you can get in contact with us on monkeyswordfightpodcast@gmail.com. How are we, boys?
Good.
You're well. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you all.
Happy New Year.
When do you stop saying Happy New Year?
No.
I
think
it's been about 4 days, isn't it?
Again, I think anyone that I speak to, like between midnight on Hogmanay and then the end of the 1st of January, if I've not said it to you then, I'm not saying it to you.
So when you went back to work today, you didn't say Happy New Year anymore?
I did a fuck.
What?
It's especially when there's always that wee dick that's like, oh, I've not seen you since last year. You're like, go fuck yourself, Steve.
Yeah. Damn. I did that on the way in on New Year's Eve. I was like, see you next year to someone. And then the security guard was like looking at me and I was like, I'm so sorry I said that in front of you. I really, that is not me.
My patter's usually much better than that.
It's not, but yeah, you know what I mean.
They don't know that.
No.
How was everyone's New Year?
Yeah, it was all right. Not too bad. It was spent at La Casa de Jordan.
Yeah.
It was a good time. I left work. I left work a little bit early. Head down to yours, picked up the fine lady, headed over to yours. Bought the Bud Lights in tow. Are they gone?
No, they're still there.
They're still there. All right. I was gonna say, I hope you didn't drink those fucking things.
Mate,
all that shit you talk.
I'm off the booze until Super Bowl weekend. Like,
okay,
that's no booze though.
Oh, see,
I usually drink it before I go for a workout, keep myself hydrated.
I had a conversation about this with a friend of the show, Andy Henderson, a spirited Andy Henderson, about light beer. And he was like, why the fuck should I go drink something that's like 5%, have a shitty hangover? Light beer is, we feel, better tasting, and also it doesn't get you as drunk, and also it's a sociable beer. Why would I do that? Why am I going to go drink Stella and go beat my girlfriend up when I could just have a few Bud Lights and she can beat me up? You know what I mean?
Because living in Scotland requires
See, no,
that you be an antisocial drinker.
It requires that you put it away and start a scrap with somebody.
I had, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 of those Bud Lights. I woke up. I wasn't good enough to drive, left my car at your house, but I didn't have a raging headache, was able to function at work the next day later on. But light beer is the way to go.
No, look, man, it is what you want it to be, mate. If that's what you want to drink,
Yes.
we're always gonna take the piss. But
This is just a roundabout way of me getting those beers back from you. Can I just get
you can
those
grab
back?
them if you want, mate. Like I
I'm
say,
joking.
they're sitting in my fridge. I'm heeding for them. Honestly, I woke up on the first and had to tidy that fucking living room, and it was a disgusting amount of alcohol had been drank.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah,
It was a lot.
it was good though.
Yeah,
But,
it was a good time. You guys know how to put on a party. Every time I go to your house, you have
We
a
had
good night.
we had a chalkboard in the living room, and we had everyone draw a penis.
Yeah.
And there was some interesting caricatures. One of them had a monocle.
Ah.
The other one was hyper realistic and was a bit off-putting.
Was it veiny?
Yeah, it was. I'll take a photo and I'll
Please
put it
do.
up.
Yeah.
I'll put it up on the page. But no, it was a good time. Oh, actually, just to segue into something there before we
Okay.
got off the topic of light beer. People can eat what they want to eat. They can drink what they want to drink. Something that's been booting off on the internet this week is Greg's introduction of the vegan sausage roll.
Oh, yeah.
Why are people so upset about this?
I don't know.
Like-
Like vegans aren't a thing?
Yeah, it's
Or-
just like, if you don't want to eat the vegan sausage roll, they haven't said we're no longer stocking normal sausage rolls.
Yes, it's not replacing it. It's just in addition to, we have this.
And they're a business. And like you say, veganism's kicking off. And if vegans are going to actively avoid somewhere like Greg's because there's not an option for
Yes.
it, they now don't have to. So what?
It's a developing market, and any business with a sound head on it would be looking at it saying, how
Revenge.
do we get into the market?
Why not?
And if you think about it, Greg's probably offer around about, I don't know, let's say 80, maybe 70 sort of different products. I bet you, but 75% of them are all meat-based.
Aye, but I bet you've got some, probably got some.
Outside of the cakes
You've
and
probably
stuff
got
like
some
that.
vegetarian options in there, and get yourself a wee salad roll or something.
Yeah, we'll see what the big deal is.
Should we look it up? What's in the vegan sausage rolls? Was it vegan or vegetarian?
I've heard that they're boiled in Piers Morgan's tears for that crispy effect. Like
Was he raging?
Oh mate, he was going off. The best.
Oh,
it was like the best social media response. He goes like that. No one's been waiting for a vegan sausage roll, you PC ravaged fools. And then they just responded with, Piers, we've been expecting you. But I didn't get all the furor about it. It was.
No, I mean, I could understand it if maybe they said, right, we're no longer doing like chicken slices and fucking sausage rolls and all that. It's all going to be, soya-based products or tofu-based vegan
we're
products.
removing
and
the
that.
meat
Yeah,
products from the
completely.
shelves. It's like, but they're just offering something. If let's say, I used to give vegans a lot of stick, but see now it's not even funny anymore.
Yeah, it's
Because
not.
it has now become like the vegans aren't the people who I'm making fun of. It's the meat eaters who get upset about the vegans are the
Yeah.
funnier ones that
Can
take
I
the piss
actually
out of.
say, I've been thinking about it recently, and I'd love to try it for a month just to see how I felt.
I bet you would feel better. I bet we'd all feel better if we tried it.
I wonder.
See,
Maybe that's a challenge for 2019.
Oh, we should pick a month, right? And then we just
Just
don't
have
maybe
vegan
not
diets for
maybe
a
no,
month.
maybe not vegan. We'll just go no meat.
no meat. See
No
how it
meat.
goes.
Because that's tough to go.
What's saying is I'd have to wait, man, because I just spent about 85 quid on muscle food. My freezer's full of meat.
Okay. All right.
But no, I'd be up for giving that a bash. I'll see it.
I'd just be interested because a lot of folk give them a lot of jip in that, and a lot of it's quite unfair. It's just your choice of how you want to eat.
We're not too far off of November, so maybe a little bit later in the year. We'll pick a month and we'll do we'll see if we can do a sponsored vegan month, so the listeners can donate. We'll go vegan for a month and we'll document the
Yeah.
How it's
That's a
went.
good idea. What about April? Why don't we pick April?
April. All right, cool.
We'll
I'm
set it
down.
for April 1st, and we'll start from there.
Yeah, a
Good.
bash.
Vice did a review of the vegan sausage roll, Greg's vegan sausage roll. First of all, I'll put a photo up on the Facebook page. Did you see the box that came in? I'll show you guys. It looks like an iPhone box. Hold on. Look at that. A little bag and like a little white box that came in. Looks very Apple-ish. So they rated it out of 5 in a bunch of different categories, all very high. The lowest one was 3.5 for grease. But
So it didn't have enough grease. So.
I think probably too much grease. They probably greased it up to make it taste.
See, be honest with you, I'm quite intrigued to give it a bash. Like,
Me too.
Like, cause
Next week we'll get a couple and we'll try them on air. Yeah.
See, what thing is, I think I heard someone saying it's not in the Perth store right now.
Of course.
Uh,
Fuck this place, man. Let's get out of here. Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell, man.
Overall comparison to the original Greg sausage roll, 4.5 out of 5.
I'm not.
Wow.
I don't know if I can believe the comparison until I've tried it myself.
I can't believe they gave him 4.5 bananas out of 5 for a vegan sausage roll. I mean, that's generous.
What we'll have to do is we'll have to see if we
verify
have to see if we can get some before we do an episode. If there's a way of keeping them warm, a wee warm.
Keep them in your watermelon. Yeah, watermouth. Yeah,
How many times you had a cold Greg sausage roll?
True story.
A lot.
I always make this a fair comparison.
I always hated when like someone would bring the sausage rolls into work, like the little mini ones for like a buffet, and it's like, nah, these got to be hot, man.
Yeah,
you can't
not
give me
the
this
same.
cold shit. I don't
Not
want
the
that.
same. I had a sausage roll the other day. Oh, I'm all way with it now.
I used to love a work buffet. Honestly, fucking
too.
sticky fingers. Me, I tell you. Like,
I'm taking shit home. I'm in a plate to go.
You've had about 3 packets of crisps. It's not even 9 o'clock yet.
Yeah. You would never eat like that anyplace else. Why are you doing this?
You got a wee plastic plate. You got like a wee bit of pasta on there, a wee chicken wing, some crisps, a sausage roll, and then some Smarties just littered across the middle.
and 100 cocktail sauces. And then over the course of about the 3 plates that I have, I probably put away like a movie bag of Doritos as well.
Hell yeah.
I used to love that shit.
Oh, I'm glad I'm the only person that can put down a big bag of those Doritos in one
Mate,
sitting.
I don't even see when
Tang
you
cheese, oh geez, man.
see
Hell
when,
yeah.
see when you're sitting down.
Tang
or
cheese,
you-
oh geez, I like
you're-
that.
You're planning a hangover day and you're doing your wee munch walker in Morrison's. Like I didn't even consider getting a bag of them to share. I was like, this is my bag. If you want another bag, I'll buy you your own bag.
I just picture Jordan with like a shopping cart, and he's like, Megan, what are you getting? This is for me.
That's what happens, bro. Like
Yeah, I don't do sharing. And then I buy a share is for me.
Megan's the first woman I've ever been with where I've shared food with her.
Oh, it's
And
love.
even now, 2 years in, I do it begrudgingly.
It must be love.
Get the fuck away from my sausages.
Speaking of like food around this time of year, I saw this on Twitter. It says, how old when you realize that each letter of celebrations is one of the chocolates inside? Did you know that?
Yes,
I was today years old.
I was today years old. I like that now too.
I'm stunned because that's just so blindingly obvious.
I know,
I
but
can't believe
I didn't
these
know that.
How long have
I
celebrations
can't
been
believe people
about
are
for?
melting down over this. Like, oh, I didn't know till today. It's like,
That's bananas to me. I've never ever. To be fair, the lid doesn't usually last long.
That's true. It's always just the top. Yeah.
Bump away.
true.
Pick out the Snickers, bin the rest of them.
I don't mind the Snickers. Usually leave the Bounty. The Bounty can get the fuck.
Yeah. I like the brownies.
Like a
Bounties
Bounty.
are all right if you're in you need a sugar rush. You know what I mean?
Aye,
But-
Bounties are what you do when it's like if like Andy was saying, it's like 10th of January. You come across a half-empty box of celebrations. You're like, oh, I'll tan a wee Bounty all day.
Yeah.
It's not my first choice though.
No, it'll never be your first choice, but it'll always be your choice when it's all that's left in the box.
Oh, yeah. When faced with no other choice, a Bounty is all that will do.
You must eat it.
Still not as good as Heroes anyway. So just
Mate,
fucking-
get out of here
no,
with
But I
that.
don't know what's
Heroes.
happened to Cadbury's chocolate. Man, I ate dairy milk between Christmas and New Year, and I was like, what the fuck happened to dairy milk?
Wow, what's wrong with it?
Well, it used to taste really nice, and then they got bought over by Kraft, and now the chocolate doesn't taste like it used to
Sorry
anymore.
about that.
The
Tastes
Americans,
like-
American chocolate's shite though.
Used to be like a glass and a
Apart
half
from
of
the
milk in that.
Reese's
but-
peanut butter cups.
Yeah, that's fake chocolate too, but the peanut butter kind of
Mate,
makes it
I
all right.
at Christmas time went up to Megan's mum and dad's house and she had a wee Christmas peanut butter Christmas trees.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
it's a fucking taste sensation.
Hate to get Mama Pats to make us some of them, eh?
Oh,
Yeah.
shout out Mama Pats
Mama
for a really
Pats.
lovely tweet.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, Mama Pats.
Happy New Year. We need to put a Heroes versus Celebration poll on Facebook. I think I said I was going to do that last week, but I don't know if
Let's
I did.
do
But I'll
that.
do it this week. Staying with food, I've been on like the sardines and mackerel recently. Like I had a salad, right, with tomato. It's like sardines in tomato sauce.
Oh no.
No good. You don't like sardines?
Just the smell of it, man, makes me broke.
I feel like every 90s sitcom had like a sardines on pizza joke. It was like, you got sardines on that pizza? Yuck.
I'm not a fish guy.
No?
I do like fish.
Do you not go to the Chippy and get a...
No, I got my sausage supper kind of guy.
Nah.
But like, see, like, always hated fish fingers. And I remember once I was in the Bothy, and it was like they do the chippy nights or something like that. So it was like a battered fish and chips. And I had it. I was like, oh, this is fucking delicious. Next day, I had like the worst food poisoning of my entire life. And
Oh, so it's not because you don't like...
I'd never eaten fish up to that point. And then I gave it a try, and then it fucked me over.
Yeah,
so
put you in a bad mood. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Fair enough. That happens.
I don't trust the fish.
It's good for you though, Mike. It's healthy eating, man.
It is, yeah. Good oils in there. It's an oily fish. Yeah, but I've been kind of just jamming at it. I bought it for my dog initially, and Connie gets it for her dogs.
I'm not eating that.
No, they
Look,
wolf it down.
Mike, I know you're saying you're a bit skint just now, but if you're eating dog food, like we can have a whip round.
I'm eating 45 pecans of sardines. Help me out.
I've been looking at my diet because, like I say, I was off for the last fortnight, and I indulged, man,
Yeah.
like hard, like so badly.
I feel like it's okay to eat. So it's okay to eat messy up until you get back to work. And then you, at least everyone's like, oh, people go to the gym and for the first couple of weeks of January, then they don't go. That's what you should do with your diet. It'll help, even if you have a couple of salads for the first couple of weeks.
Well, it's even at the point now where I don't want to eat shit anymore. Like I am so over eating crap. Like my body's crying out for some vegetables.
Get some greens
Maybe
in
a
you.
glass of water. But you ever get to that point as well after Christmas where you're going to start eating healthy or healthier at one point?
Yeah.
So you're getting rid of all the shit in your house. So even when you don't want it, you're pouring out that box of celebrations. You're like, right, let's just get these out of the house.
Nah, I'll eat that shit. I'm not throwing it out.
That's what I'm saying. I eat it. That's what
okay.
I'm saying. I'm not throwing it out, but I'm fucking.
Alright, I got you.
I'm just ploughing that shit down my gob.
It's like money burning a hole in your pocket. You've just got to spend it.
Gotta get it
For
out.
you, it's just like I can't leave the celebrations lying about. Just need
Can't
to
have
tan them.
Thing is that I've no self control. If I've just had a
Clearly,
healthy dinner, if I've just had my dinner, and there's a fucking box of celebrations sitting there. Oh mate,
And about it.
oh mate, like we were so Matt touched on it last week. We went out for the football,
Yeah.
which we'll get on to in sports.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
I
me
wrote
too.
it down because nobody had put it in the sports section, so I put it there because I was like, right, I'm not going to shy away for this.
Because I have it tattooed on my forearm, if you look, just so I didn't forget.
The date and score and the scorer's name.
Yeah.
But we were out from about midday, and I got home about 2:30. Oh man,
Burst.
I'm too
Burst
old for
like a
that.
ball.
I'm too old for that shit. Too old for that shit. Great day though. Great day. But will we just get out of the way now? Or we just do sports?
We can. You want to jump sports?
Sports.
Let's get ready to rumble. Take him out, son. I mean that. Take him out. That is one of the craziest stoppages I have ever seen. What you going to do? What you going to do?
So, anyone know the score of the Old Firm game?
No, what happened? Can somebody fill
Celtic
us in?
literally bent over, spread their cheeks, and it was terrible. Absolutely terrible.
You're telling me.
Celtic were fucking lacklustre, absolutely no passion. Scott Brown was posted missing. If it wasn't the only two players that should have left that pitch with their fucking heads even remotely held high were Callum McGregor, who was out of position, and Craig Gordon. If it wasn't for Craig Gordon, it could have been 5 or 6.
What's the thing with the Lego? I kept seeing Lego everywhere. Did someone say something about Lego?
They all call Scott Brown a Lego muncher
Why?
because they don't like him, and it's not a very nice thing to say.
but what's a Lego? Is a Lego? Okay. Sorry.
So it was terrible, absolutely terrible. I think Brendan Rodgers got it wrong. I think he should have played. Callum McGregor should have stayed in midfield. Scott Brown should have been on the bench, and he should have started either Johnny Hayes or Issa Gary at left back. But
Couldn't he start? He's never going to start Scott Brown on the bench in a game like that.
I know, but like the thing is, we've been amazing with Scott Brown. The thing is, I'm not trying to say Scott Brown's past it because he's been brilliant and he went injured. But Callum McGregor's been the man on form, and he put him for centre midfield into left back. And the only time we ever looked dangerous was when Callum McGregor crossed the halfway line. And I want to say that goal, like our goal that was disallowed, was definitely offside. Definitely offside, like by a ball here. But if it had been the other way around, I'd have been screaming for it. So
It says Ranger striker Alfredo Morelos will receive no further action following Saturday's Old Firm game. What did he do?
oh, right now, I will say on this, the dirty rat bastard that he is.
Oh, my God.
So he fucking boots Scott Brown in the buzz, he stamps on Ralston's back, and then he full on backhands Ryan Christie in the nuts. Ryan Christie's just standing no looking. Morelos is on the flare and he swings his hand back and hits him square in the stones.
So wait, why wasn't he penalized for it then?
Because it's a fucking conspiracy.
Oh,
Michael.
get out of here! Get the fuck out!
I don't know, man. I thought I didn't like say Celtic were piss poor. I didn't think the referee had a great game, but that would never changed how Celtic played. Celtic were pish.
Yeah.
And to be honest, man, it's been coming. It's definitely been coming. But the one thing I don't agree with is I don't think that's Rangers' fortunes turning around. I'm still confident Celtic will win the league. But it was just kind of like you said with your fantasy football. You just got it wrong. I just think Rodgers got his tactics all wrong, and Rangers looked far more up for it.
Please don't bring my fantasy football into this. It's
No,
very
you
sore subject.
suck. Still kind of into fantasy basketball though.
Yes,
But yeah, man, it was a thing is that Saturday was an absolute coupon buster. Celtic got beat, Tottenham got beat, Everton got beat. It was fucking garbage.
Big game tonight as well.
Who's playing tonight?
Liverpool, Man City.
Ooh, okay.
So I was kind of glad when you said you wanted to do an early pod tonight because I was like, fucking sound.
Is that on Sky or on BT?
I'll be free streaming on the interweb.
Al Jazeera.
As much as I gave the EPL like a shitload of abuse on Twitter and that, and you know the bubble will burst. Like that's a big game tonight. That's two of the best teams in Europe going at it. So that'd be good.
I was reading a stat today, something like I read some part of the article, but they were talking about Virgil van Dijk and how he's almost not been beaten once one-on-one this season. He's been unreal.
I watched a really good thing. It was really good. It was a quick video Pat Nevin had done on the BBC Sport website.
How's DJ Pat Nevin?
Pat Nevin, that's right. Aye. He did one looking at Virgil van Dijk. It was just really interesting, like seeing some of the free kicks and that he used to bang in for Celtic into the top bins and all that kind of stuff.
I remember him playing for Celtic and like
He made mistakes. Pat Nevin reckons because it was too easy for him.
I think he's still young as well. He's only 23, 24. And the thing is as well, like, I think that season at Celtic, bit of Champions League experience, and then going to, was it Southampton or something? Southampton for a couple of seasons. He is sensational. But I think he's the epitome of the modern day centre half.
I was saying that last week. So when we watch the game tonight, keep your eyes peeled on him. Any listeners that listen to this tomorrow, if you watched the game last night, how do you think Van Dijk got on? Because the guy's an absolute boss.
He's a demon. But like Man United as well, bit of a resurgence from the Red Devils.
Ollie Gunnar Solskjaer's got them. Was that 4 wins on the bounce?
4 wins on the bounce. Lukaku scored 2 games in a row.
Lukaku!
Pogba looks like he's up for it again.
All right. It's annoying, but like I can finally start to enjoy Man United again, so I'm not too bothered.
I forgot you're like a closet Man United fan.
Yeah. Is that your English team?
It was, and it is now that Mourinho's left. I stopped watching them because that Mourinho's a dirty wee rat bastard.
So is that the thing now? Like Celtic fans follow Man United?
No,
and
my thing
Ranger
was
fans
I
like
was
Chelsea or
always
something?
just like I always liked the Premier League, and then I started following them. I think it was when Rooney started when he signed for them, just because he was fucking brilliant to watch.
Yeah.
And I was still playing football then, and like I was a striker, and I just loved watching them. So I just got a Man United top with a Rooney on the back it for playing football, and then
Mike.
and then just started going. But like I just sort of stuck with it. But I don't know. I give a lot of Celtic fans who like Liverpool pelters because Liverpool have got pure Ulster ties and that. My mate Barry B, he hates that shit.
Barry B.
Barry B.
How's the Bairn?
Shout to my godson Cian. Met him for the first time at the weekend.
Nice.
We belter it, he is.
You're getting broody, son.
Aye.
Holding babies.
Maybe. But nah, he was a cute wee guy. So shout out to Barry B. Who actually I blame him for it. Actually, there's a couple of people I blame for Celtic getting beat the weekend.
Oh,
First one goes out to my mate Anthony, who put Celtic on his coupon, even though he's a Celtic fan.
Don't do that.
Fucking rookie mistake. I went,
Okay.
as soon as I found out, he told us at half time.
Yeah.
And I went fucking bananas at him. Sitting in the middle of the pub, I was like, this is your fault, Anthony.
How dare you?
And then second one goes out to Barry B because he put his bairn in a Celtic baby grow.
Yeah.
And I'd said to him, because when Riley was wee, I used to put him in a Celtic top when Celtic were playing and they kept getting beat. So next time they played, I didn't. And they won.
Kids shivering in the living
So
room.
like, and we went on like a 3-game win streak or something like that. So it wasn't until we got beat again with him not wearing a Celtic top that I let him put a Celtic top on when we played them.
Just goes to show you that superstitions are absolute bollocks.
I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious. It's an Eli Manning favorite of mine.
Patter. Absolute patter.
What's been happening in the NFL? Because I know they'll be on break this week, getting ready for the playoffs. But any big news this week?
A
Just
couple
to-
coaches got fired, as usual.
Just to wrap up my misery this weekend,
Oh, sorry, go
the
ahead.
Jets got an absolute doing from the Patriots.
Yeah,
30-3 or something like that.
that's
30
expected, isn't it?
Just a weekend, your team's getting their pants.
Oh, man.
That's a
Honestly,
scalp.
Don't wear green and
Oh,
fucking
man.
play
Man United.
sports.
Exactly. But fucking hell. But yeah,
John-
how's it shaping up? Have you got a pick yet? What are you thinking?
We're sixth. The Giants are picking sixth this year.
No, I meant for your Super Bowl pick.
Oh, do I have a pick yet? Oh yeah. Sky Sports is doing like this NFL thing where you can plug your teams in who you want to win. I think I picked the Chiefs and the Saints, and I have the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're looking pretty good offensively, but their defense is atrocious. But I think they're going on like a little. They're going a little tear
But
here.
they do say it's the defense that wins the championships, not the
Offense
offense.
wins games.
Yeah.
Defense wins. Either I think it's Chiefs Bears, and I think the Bears end up pulling it out, or Chiefs Saints and the Chiefs win.
Well, that was someone I seen a post up on Instagram. It was like when the Saints won it in 2009, they had the exact same record,
Oh God.
the exact same playoff seed,
Yeah.
and that's what they're on now, and they won the Super Bowl.
It seems
It's a
like it's
superstition thing
Again,
again.
I know
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying, yeah, but
bollocks.
it's one of those things, mate. Thing is, you can never think is, but athletes are some of the most superstitious people
Oh,
on
yeah.
the planet, so
They
you can't
are.
not factor in that that's a.
it seems like it's their year, the Saints. It seems like everything's kind of going right for them. So I don't know.
And
I don't really mind if they do win.
I'm gonna pick a team for the Super Bowl just so like I can follow through the playoffs.
Who?
I don't know. I'm gonna
Anybody
have a
but
look.
Dallas, please.
Yeah, it's not going to be Dallas. It's not going to be Dallas, and it's not going to be the Patriots. So, whatever other teams are left, I'll maybe ask you, Mike. Who are you going to go for the? Who do you want to win?
Who do I want to win? Maybe the Colts. I like the Colts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my guy Chris, he supports the Colts as well. So it'd be weird if they're in the Super Bowl and I'm not rooting for them if I'm with him. But I like the Colts. I like Andrew Luck.
But they always come undone against the Patriots in that championship game, though. That's what I always remember over the years of watching
Yeah.
NFL, was they always came up a little bit short because
See,
even though
I-
they had Peyton Manning, fucking.
I would love to pick
Patriots always
whatever
win.
team the Eagles are playing to try and wind up Megan, but she just doesn't get wound up out of that type of
No.
stuff. So I might as well just support the Eagles and enjoy the ride with her.
Might as well. That's
So
a
I
good
think I'll
thing.
probably go Eagles. See how they get on.
Good bonding experience. There you
So
go.
that was one of the best nights. That game. I've only been watching NFL for a few years, but Super Bowl last year was one of the
was
best games
awesome.
ever, man. It was so fucking good.
Yeah, that was a good game.
See if Big Dick can take them through again.
Big Dick Nick.
Oh shit!
Mayweather beating up little boys
Fuck me, man.
across
What
the
an
world.
Absolute joke.
How big did he look? He looked fucking enormous, man.
Compared to that wee guy,
Yeah,
who'd
it's-
apparently like fought as low down as like 115 pounds or something stupid like that.
That's a child.
Like, but it was like you see him, you hit him that one time, and the boy was just sort of like on the floor, like, what the fuck was that? You're like, you did
Yeah.
not expect him to hit that hard.
I mean, Mayweather was supposed to get $9 million. What was he supposed to get?
Not
don't
9
know.
mil.
That could have probably made his entire career get
To
beat
be
up
honest
by
with you,
Mayweather. You know?
I would take a hiding for a couple of million in front of millions of people.
Yeah, and Mayweather. I mean, he's bigger than him, but he doesn't hit as hard as Mike Tyson. You know what I mean?
That's
Like, so I'd dance around and get punched in the face a few times by Floyd Mayweather.
I don't know about punch in the face by Floyd Mayweather.
Well, I'd
Like say, would you like Conor McGregor's not a big guy either, but would you take a punch in the puss off of him?
nah,
I
probably
would not.
No.
You wouldn't be able to hit me, mate. Fucking dodged.
Young Simba.
See you later, mate.
Yeah, we mort.
Who would win in a fight? 10 Mike Tysons or 1 gorilla?
One gorilla.
Andy Mack?
The 10 gorillas or Mike Tyson?
No, 10 Mike Tysons or 1 gorilla.
Probably still the gorilla.
Yeah, gorillas are fucking crazy.
I fucking love gorillas, man.
Yeah, they're super strong.
They just, you know what it is that they're the animal kingdom's dad bod. They just sit about there with their belly hanging out, but
Gorillas are jacked too, though.
you
They got
wouldn't
huge
try-
arms and chests.
you wouldn't fuck with a gorilla. Like.
Solid muscle.
are.
There's nothing fat about them.
Here, they're on the vegan diet too, they know.
They are, yeah. They don't eat meat.
Unless leaves.
They just rip other animals apart if they need to. I don't think they'd fuck with you and throw their own shit too. That's what
Knock
they
a
do.
gorilla clear out, man.
Oh, get out of here.
Fuck a gorilla up.
LeBron, did you hear LeBron talking about how he's the greatest? the Cavs coming back down 3-1. We're still talking about this against the Warriors a few years ago. Made him the greatest basketball player alive, he says. Or greatest basketball player ever.
He's got to be in the conversation. And the thing is, as well, is like...
The thing that, because everyone compares him to Jordan, the thing that everyone's saying is like, well, Mike never had to go play with anybody else. But maybe Mike's competition wasn't as high as LeBron's.
And
but
maybe-
Mike never had to go run to Charles Barkley and say, let's play basketball together.
But then was Michael Jordan not surrounded by amazing players anyway then? Did players not come to him?
Well, Rodman came to him. Pippen was traded to him, and he had pretty much those solid players around him for his. Well, he had Pippen for most of his career, and then Rodman came for the second 3 rings. But
To be fair though, those guys are like all-time greats.
yeah.
You
Is
know,
it-
it does help if you've got a team where 3 of your starting 5 are future Hall of Famers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not going
I
to
think
hurt you.
it annoys me. It's the same when you talk about Messi and Ronaldo, man. I think, see, unless there's a way that we can have them all play at their peak at the same time, we can't have a greatest of all time chat.
But you don't think that takes away from LeBron's kind of mystique at all? The fact that he's changed teams a couple of times, number one, and number two, he had Kyrie with him, couldn't get the job done, and now he's in LA and he's going to start loading that team up before the All-Star
That's what I mean. But then he's going different places to try. He's not just sticking with one. And the thing is, as well, is like, no matter how bad the Cavs were last year before he left, he was dragging them by their neck.
He is, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like, I just think I don't want to compare them because, first of all, I don't know enough about basketball. But
Yeah.
you've just got to admire the fact that we are living in a time where one of the greatest basketball players
True.
of all time is at the peak of his career.
I hate how he puts me in a position like I know LeBron, but
Hi-yo.
it puts people it puts you in a position to, because I like LeBron. I enjoy watching him play, and I feel the same way as you do, where it's like this is something that we're probably not going to see for a while now. You know what I mean? Except for this guy Zion, who's in Duke, who's a fucking beast.
Yeah.
But like now I feel like I gotta bash him now because he's saying like, "Oh, I'm the greatest basketball player in the world," but I don't want to. But he puts people in a position to do so.
But why not? If he believes he's the best, then
You have to.
You have to believe you're the best. You have to believe that you're
You have
better
to
than
get up.
everybody else.
If he's getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning
Yeah.
to go and work out, even though he has more money in the bank than he knows what to do with, but he's still getting up, showing up to practice, especially at a team where he's not going to be winning championships automatically. But he's willing to stay right. I'm gonna start this off. Towards the tail end of his career, so what he's maybe got like another 3 years left in him, tops. How old is he?
I don't know.
44?
He's going to cash out and go to the Knicks, and he's just going to be horrible. That's what's going to happen. He's
That's
going to play
it.
his last 4 years with the Knicks and just
The thing
have
is,
no knees.
he's taking a risk. Do you know what I mean? He didn't have to go to the Lakers, who have been struggling for a few years.
Yeah.
And obviously, yeah, they're paying him ridiculous amounts of money, but at the same time, he didn't need that money. He doesn't need to get up and go to the gym every morning. He doesn't need to be playing as well as he does, but he does.
Yeah, but that's what adds to his career and his legacy. But
because he's a winner,
Yeah.
yeah,
and that's what winners do.
I get that. I am also a winner.
were you up this morning at 4 in the morning going
Yep,
to the gym?
went up, took a piss, went back to sleep.
Up in the morning, up at 4 for celebrations.
Aye.
Couple of bounties.
Couple of bounties right in the
So
gut.
that's left. Right in my gob.
Because I'm not a quitter.
When I start eating bounties, I eat them all.
Oh, mate. Competitive eating, that's where I should be going. I'd fuck up the competition. Is that sports? Have we done sports?
Yeah, done with sports.
Yeah.
I'm just getting angry at LeBron.
What?
Sorry, I'm just dragging his down. I'm fucking dying over
No,
here.
it's all right. Tell me if this is weird, right? Like at work.
Oh, I like these stories, Mike. Here we go. Let me just get strapped
No,
in.
this isn't that crazy. At work, right? There's like someone stole a basket from Asda, like before they had the sensors on them. By the way, I think that's hilarious how like they started charging for plastic bags, and the amount of baskets that got stolen went through the roof just because we're that fucking lazy. But anyway, so
Now, you know nothing until you used to see when the wee sensors they have at the ends of the roads at Asda are to stop people pushing their trolley.
Yes!
Because before they had them, before the houses were all changed in Muirton,
Yeah.
folks used to walk their shopping home. And it was someone's job to walk around Muirton
And take all the carts.
collect all the trolleys again.
Jesus Christ.
Bolt for that. But
Wait, first of all, what's their supermarket of choice? Have we talked about this?
Asda Loyal.
Asda Loyal.
Morrison's, because it's right across the road.
I kind of like Morris. Out of the big couple, out of the big handfuls. You know what I mean?
I
Like-
literally,
Asda's is the cheapest. There's no like Morrison's and Tesco's are fucking expensive.
They are.
it's not that bad.
I like Morrison's though, but
I think
as
it's the thing as well. Like, if I'm just going out to do some bits, I'm going to Morrison's. However, if I'm doing the old click and collect, you best believe I'm driving out to Asda. But like, if I'm just like hanging out to my arse and I'm wanting a Simon Howie's breakfast pack, I'm just going to toddle my arse across the road and nip into Morrison's.
Yeah. Oh, I did see that breakfast pack yesterday when I was in there.
Mate.
Brawl.
2 Link, 2 Lauren, 2 Black Pudding, 2 Buck and Asda.
See the fruit pudding. Bump right in the bin.
Connie
Every
was
time.
telling me she's up in Bucky right now with visiting family, and she had a black pudding roll. Have you ever had that? Just like it's like a sausage roll, basically. It's this pastry with like black pudding inside of it. I need that right now. I need it right now.
I love me a black
It's
pudding.
really nice bit of Stornoway black pudding. Beautiful, mate.
Oh,
I'm going right now to get some black
fucking
pudding.
starving, man.
Anyway, that was a long detour to get to what I was talking about.
I was thinking about hitting wee India on my way up the road for a wee fucking
Danny.
lunchy box, but it's a new year, man. New year, new
I think it's not. It's a new. It's
Aye,
no,
right.
It's New Year. It's New Year next week. You can't start a diet halfway through a week.
I hate to also tell you that when I woke up on New Year's Day, I was woken up at 5 o'clock in the morning by this beeping noise. I was like, what the fuck is that, man? Went through next door, it was my fridge. The fridge was beeping at me like mad.
Oh, mate.
Turns out my fridge freezer died on me at 5:30 on New Year's Day.
Oh,
I've not
sucks.
had a fridge since.
That's no
So
good.
I'm allowed to have a wee takawa for my tea tonight. Do you
Treat
know what I mean?
yourself, yes.
Fucking
Takawa?
yeah, hell yes, man. So yeah, I'm living without a fridge at the moment. So what's kind of dope is I've got my crate of beers at my back window sitting outside.
Use
got
nature.
orange juice and that on the windowsill, and I've got a wee bag that's just sitting outside underneath my gas meter that's just got a few things in it, like a couple of eggs, some milk, a hing of dairy cheese, and that.
Hey, might as well. I had to do the
Fucking
same.
some boy
You better
like
watch out the wild animals, didn't they come and fuck
know,
your
right?
store up?
No,
Fuck,
it's
or
all
some
right.
neighbours.
No, it's in like a zip.
All right, okay.
One of those
okay.
like Aldi kind of bags. It's got
Jakey's can't work
zip thingy.
zips.
No, you can't get in my back garden anyway. So
When I not moved into where I'm at now, but before the house where I was staying at, we didn't have a fridge for a little while because it was just going to take ages, and we just didn't have the cash straight away. That was a nightmare. We kept it like in between the front door and then like the door to the house.
The
We kept, like,
vestibule.
the vestibule. We kept milk and all that other shit, and then I was just kind of like, I need to just go fucking buy a fridge right now. I need to get out of here and do it. I don't care. We went like 2 weeks without it, and I was like banging my head off the wall. It was terrible.
well, I've been searching like Gumtree and that, and I've been having a wee look online, but I'm just not going to just like go and spunk 300 quid on
No,
a new fridge
don't.
for you. Plus, I'm also selling my house. So what the fuck am I wanting to buy something new for? But I also need to have something that's got a freezer in it as well, because I like to go and see my mum for her Meals on Wheels, eh? So
Yeah.
aye, tough week, boys. So that's why I think I deserve a wee munchie box tonight.
Aye, come on, Andy. Get yourself a fucking
Treat
munchie
yourself,
box.
son.
Treat yourself.
Damn right, boys.
Munchie box.
Shout out to wee
Oh,
India.
speaking of shit going wrong right after Christmas when you have no money, I think I've spoke about like the tire sensors on my car. You got a Fiesta too, don't you?
Just turned on today. Like, I've not
Bastards.
driven for like 3 days, and it just came up. I think it was just in for its MOT a few weeks back,
Yeah.
and
Is
it's
it
just
the
come up
tyre
saying,
pressure?
Check your tire pressure.
Yeah, that's because the cold weather, when the cold weather changes suddenly like it did a couple of days ago, it affects the tyre pressure in your wheels, so therefore you need to go and top them up.
Well, yeah. That's what I thought it was. So I kept topping it up, and then it would keep going down, but it would happen when it was cold. Then I took my car to Environment, just one of the tire places that was open on Saturday. They was like, "Yeah, you got a slow leak in all 4 tires." I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's the Fiestas are bad for it, the tire sensors." And then he was like, "Well, I can fix the leak for you." It was only 20 pounds. He's like, "I can patch it up around where the tube is where you inflate your tires. I'll patch it up for you." But he's like, "I'll take the sensors off because it's just gonna keep beeping at you." But he's like, "But you need to get it done before your MOT." And I was like, "Well, why do I need that? Like, what did they do up until the point where there were tire sensors on the cars? They looked at the tires." And then if they needed air, they filled them up or they got them replaced. Why am I going to go bring my car in and fail the fucking MOT now because I don't have the tire sensor on there if it's beeping? What's the point? Have we just teched ourselves out of our minds? It's stupid to me.
I think you can. I am the least handy person. I'm going to phone my dad. Say, "Dad,
Fix this for me.
fix this."
I told him I'm gonna
Big
bu-
Papa Pat's is a mechanic by trade, so he kens his shit.
I went down to the first time I had the sensor replaced was at that National Tire down there. If you want to get choose my words politely here. If you want to get bent over and it's all shoved up, yeah, go up to them because they're
Go on,
super
get greased
expensive.
up.
Greased up, yeah. No, they don't even use grease.
Shout out to our new sponsor. Now.
But yeah, so they charged me. It was like £80 for the sensors. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to look on the internet. I'm going to buy these sensors and I'm going to bring it to someone and have them fitted.
You've got a handbook in your glove compartment. Have a look in that.
Well, yeah, you have to pop the tire off.
There's a
and I don't wanna
YouTube
fuck it
video
up.
there.
There probably will be. Yeah, you're right. I'm going to do that. You know what? I am going to do that. I'm going to buy the sensors and I'm going to have a look
Me
first.
and Andy will come down and film the whole thing.
and watch the car fall on me.
I want nothing to do with this.
Anyway, back to what I was saying about we went all the way around this and started talking about supermarkets and fucking fridges breaking. So in the kitchen at my job, right, they have a basket that is filled with like cutlery, plates, and shit that people leave. You know, like you have a bowl of oatmeal, and sometimes you don't want to wash it out, so you put some soap in it, and let it soak. So people who leave that for a certain amount of hours, it'll just get bin in this basket. So there's like a basket that just sits by the fridge with old cutlery and plates and shit, and it'll sit there for weeks. Is it wrong to go in there? Like if I need a knife, is it wrong to go in there, wash one of those knives off and use it, or a fork off and use it?
Hell no.
Would you do that?
How long's it been sitting dirty for?
It's probably been there for a while. Let's say it's been there for a month.
Oh man, I mean,
Yeah, wow.
But I'm washing it. I'm gonna go wash it and
yeah, I mean, as long as you wash it in boiling water and you've
Yeah.
obviously got a bit of soap or detergent, whatever you're using to clean it.
sometimes the scum coming out of that basket, that Asda basket, it's rank.
Came out you never sold this to us, right? Came out today.
What a bunch
Mate,
of dirty
It's
bastards,
terrible. It is awful. It's
That
terrible.
is-
take yourself
fucking
down to the
rotten.
canteen, get yourself a wee plastic fork.
Yeah, it's a walk though. It's a walk. No,
man. Because that's effort, whereas I'd stand and wash dirty cutlery.
you're
instead.
right. Actually, it's
Yeah,
probably
just-
less. But sometimes I get pissed off. I'll set my porridge bowl next to the sink with the with the hot water in there, and it's like an hour later I go in there to wash it up. And someone's putting it in the basket. I'm
Just
like,
wash it straight
fuck
away.
You
lazy wee bastard.
Oh,
you.
you're one of those. You're one of those, are you? Okay.
Is there a split down the middle of Mike's office? Those who wash their dishes straight away and those who just leave it to
I
soak.
like it to soak.
Sounds like you guys are needing to rent them spoons. In
Our new sponsor, Random Spoons.
Just a wee stall where Mike like, do you want a spoon?
I'm a spoon dealer. I got a spoon for you. Come into my office.
Rachel's no
Spoon
listening.
dealer, does they sound?
The spoon dealer?
Yeah.
Rachel's no
Just
listening to
sounds
this
like a deal in
episode
smack,
at all.
man.
Because
Why?
I keep coughing.
Oh no. She's
See,
gonna
actually, I got a message for Rachel saying that somebody sniffed at the start of Matt's episode. She turned off straight away.
Is she? What is that called? Is that?
I'm not even going to say hi, Rachel, to her this week.
Oh.
No, that's what, because somebody went like, and she just turned off.
Yeah.
You got to listen through that stuff, Rachel.
Fucking hell, Rachel.
Find the good in this episode.
Um.
Got something I'm looking forward to, and I've seen you put this on the list as well. And I'm saying Kanye West.
Oh
He's going on
yeah.
the Joe Rogan Experience. I've
Yeah.
not listened to Joe Rogan for a while, but I'll actually say until I listen to the Uncle Joey episode, but I will be listening to this show.
I don't want to, but I will.
I know. I just want to see how. I think it's going to be a train wreck. But at the same time, if he's on his meds, I'd be quite interested to listen to him. But if it turn it on, and he's clearly off his meds, then I'm not listening to 3 hours of some insane person rambling.
No, I would want to listen to that.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear as well.
No, but I want to hear him talking a bit more lucidly about what the fuck he's been up to.
He's been on one recently again about Drake following Kim on Instagram. It's like, dog, relax.
And they've just
relax.
decided to have another bairn.
Yeah.
That's
Through a surrogate, which is cool if you got the money to do so, I guess.
But at the same time, though, like, get yourself together.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Yeah, but I think that we were talking earlier about how Joe Rogan's been lofting up some softballs to people.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't do that,
Yeah.
then I think it'll be good.
I'd actually ask some questions. Like, I never listened to the Nowitzki show because I read some of the reviews and it was like the show was.
Oh man, they were deleting comments and everything on
Deleting
YouTube. They were
comments.
censoring comments and everything on the video. Which
And were they
I
not,
like
was
young
that
Jamie,
episode
but
not
it's-
sponsored by the UFC?
I'm not sure, but I mean, it was two UFC employees having a talk about the doping procedures within the UFC and how that affects one of their star draws. Which the whole John Jones thing I said before was a
Farcical.
complete and utter joke. But that podcast was a real whitewash
Aye.
in that respect. It
Well,
was
he's that's what I'm saying. He done the same thing. He got a lot of heat for the Elon Musk thing because they never actually talked about any of the controversies that had been going on around Elon Musk at the time. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I could understand Elon Musk going in there and saying, like, look, I got in trouble. Well, not him, but his people saying, I got in trouble for tweeting some shit out and I can't do what I want to do with my company now. I'm not going to come sit down with you for 2 hours and get myself in trouble again. I understand that. But there has to be, like, you have to ask certain questions.
But he did get into trouble
yeah,
again.
for smoking
though.
weed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
And so thus meme was born.
Still, that was the best meme of last year. That was the best
Elon
one.
Musk, there's that look on his puss.
Yeah. As he talks dengue.
Saying that, man, I swear to God, I would give my left ball for a couple of hours at Joe Rogan's studio, man. That looks like it's a fucking just a total playground.
Yeah, it looks nice.
See that big
in
like archery thing he's got?
No.
It's like a virtual reality. It's like a 50-foot long room or something. It's got like a you get the golf screens.
Yeah.
You hit that, but he's got that. But so you got a fucking bow and arrow. So it's like a deer on like the projector.
Yeah.
And you fire the bow and arrow at it.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
Tell you, oh man, it's Candyland. Like,
Yeah, I just think his show is just. He's now almost too big. I mean, of course, he's been massive for, the last couple of years. I mean, he's ripped through his last couple of million subs on YouTube in about 18 months, man. But I don't know, it's almost like he's now too big, too much exposure to ask the really pertinent questions, you know what I mean?
No, he's couldn't. But it was just, I've not listened for a while. I tend to only listen to the ones, I listen to the Fight Companions, and I listen to the ones with Joey Diaz on it because they're always hilarious.
Yeah.
But like, I tend to just.
We're going to tune in though, aren't we?
Oh,
I
definitely.
will. I'll watch it.
See, I think it's going to be different with Kanye, though, because I don't think Kanye would care. Kanye doesn't care about not giving an answer. You know what I mean? So if Joe asks him something, he'll just be like,
It'll
care.
be interesting to see if Joe can keep him on track. Because if he's off his meds, then that could be all over the place.
Just remember that, he had folk like Steven Tyler and that in a few months ago, and he was fucking all over the place.
Was
man.
he?
Oh yeah, he
listened.
fell asleep halfway through it.
Oh, fucking hell.
So listen, I just hope that when Kanye comes on, he's talking a bit of sense, but I do want to see something that makes the internet break.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Kanye wants to see something to make it break.
And it will break the internet, man. I'll guarantee you that'll be like the Elon Musk one. That'll be 8, 9, 10 million views
Easy.
probably plus
Yeah.
just on YouTube.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
your
You know what
average
I mean?
monkey
It'll
sword fight download that.
Well, he's bringing two audiences. He's going to have his own audience, and he's going to bring the urban audience together. That's going to
be
destroy the
mental.
internet.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I watched that. So I've got my notifications on. So whenever he pops up every day, as soon as that one pops, I'll be whatever I'm doing dropped.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that for like in the house by
Start making
myself.
the popcorn.
Yeah.
Stick that on my big telly and just be like, oh shit.
Speaking of watching stuff, didn't really watch. It was on YouTube, but you have to listen to it. Have you heard Louis C.K.'s come back?
Oh man,
Stand up. That's been getting a lot of. Anything he does is going to get a lot of shit anyway. Now,
I was listening to it and I just thought, man, it's just.
It was funny. I actually thought it was funny. I didn't really think he was funny. But there were parts of it that were kind of like, you could have did without. It's kind of like he's poking the bear. He knows what he's doing.
I think I think he's almost now he's playing towards the crowd who are kind of not behind the whole Me Too thing. Like he's a little bit more right wing, so it's similar style to what he was before, but he's playing to people who he knows are still. So he's poking fun at school shooters and he's poking fun at young people and poking fun at people who want to be addressed this, that, and the next way. So, but he's not as funny as he was. Like I used to fucking love him. Apparently, somebody. So he's just been showing up unannounced at comedy stores. Yeah. So obviously, after the whole thing about him masturbating in front of amateur comedians, but apparently. Some lassie was in the front row at his show, didn't know he was coming, wasn't very happy he was there, so just shouted, "Get your dick out." And he just sort of went like,
what?
And then the two of them got punted out. And look, I'm usually quite forgiving of comics, and I think if he'd have come out and addressed what he'd done, and actually, his apology was terrible. He was like, "I'm sorry you all admired me so much and let me do that." And it's like, right, that's not an apology to begin with. Yeah. If he'd actually come out and apologised, taken some time off, and then even if he'd have come back and done some material poking fun at himself, like he'd learned a bit about himself, then but he's come back and almost completely ignored it.
or you look at it this way. You go away and, as you say, you keep your head down and everybody forgets about you as your career has fallen off a cliff, or you do everything you can to keep your name relevant to stay in the news so that doesn't happen.
No, I can see what
it's
he's
a
doing.
mad,
I can
mad
see what he's
strategy,
doing.
man. Like,
But like the thing is as well, he came out one of the first times he came back. He's like, "Well, yeah, my life is over. I lost 35 million in an hour." And like, well, yeah, but
You also touched yourself inappropriately in front of people.
like, so
we've all done it.
no,
I've no.
Yeah, please say that.
disclaimer: Andy Mack has not Louis C.K'd anyone.
No.
But I was listening when I listened to it, and it's like people were like, "Oh, we're talking about school shooters and blah blah," and it's like, yeah, this is the same thing. We talked about this a while ago, and I hate to repeat it, but Chris Rock said something similar about like, "I want a white kid to die," and and it's like, if you think Chris Rock and Louis C.K. want to see kids dead, fair enough.
Yeah.
But if you think they're making a joke, either laugh, don't laugh, and then let's move on to the next thing.
My problem is not with the material at all, but it was
Yeah.
the way that he's approached it.
Yeah.
It's like Andy says, he's trying his damnedest to stay relevant, and he's trying his damnedest to make people laugh who will still listen to him regardless of what's happened.
Well, I think it would have been good for him to touch on the masturbation stuff.
Yeah, man.
and make fun of yourself a bit.
Like,
yeah.
I remember after it came out,
Excuse the pun there, Mike.
You like that, don't you?
I did.
like I listened to a few like podcasts not long after it happened. It was like Brian Callen and all that, like professional comedians who have known Louis C.K. and they're like, "He'll come back, and I bet he'll get some killer material out of it." But it's the fact that he is ignoring it completely shows a lack of like
Awareness
and a lack of growth from what he's done.
But that's what our politicians do.
Oh yeah, but they're not trying to make people laugh.
No, but that's how Donald Trump seems to get away with what he gets away with half the time, because
true,
he
yeah.
just ignores it and says, everybody's saying, well, you did this, and he's like, I don't give a fuck.
I know, right?
Yeah, he's taking the Trump thing. He's doing material that's going to appease the right wing.
Nah. Oh, I don't think it was right wing
Well,
material.
you know, that's what I mean. But it was like there was the type of stuff that like I would find it funny myself, but
yeah.
he knows for a fact that people who go a certain way will find that funny.
Yeah.
Not in a way that, like you say, he's poking fun at the ridiculous of it all. They're poking for the fact that they think that these things are,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean, a bit of a joke.
I don't
Like you
know.
say, it's all perception when it comes to comedy. But
It is, and I don't know. It's policing comedians now, and the thing is, it's kind of like, if you don't like it, then just don't tune into it. You
Yeah,
know what
no,
I mean?
definitely. I just
Like, no, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying anybody. Like, if you don't like it, and you know what you're gonna see when you go to see Louis C.K.
yeah.
And you know what you're gonna see if you see a Louis C.K. link on somewhere on Twitter.
See, to be
don't
honest
click,
with you,
don't
I
click
reckon
it.
if it hadn't have been for the whole scandal, that bit coming out would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
Plus, devil's advocate, like he's clearly doing it in a small comedy club, so it's probably not been fleshed out yet. And you could tell by the way he was speaking, it was a bit. He didn't actually have any really formed punchlines in there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, yeah, if it wasn't for the masturbating, I think it probably would have been really fucking funny.
I thought the bit we were talking about in France, how they stick the thermometers up their ass. Did you hear that part?
I don't know if I did hear that part.
He was like, yeah, they put the thermometer up their ass, and he was like, but it's because it's 1 degree more accurate. He was like, that's retarded. Well, he said retarded because then he went the whole thing about people being retarded and a whole thing down that line. But it was just funny how he was like, only babies and dogs, and that's because they can't say anything. That's why we stick thermometers up their asses.
Nice. I do like some of his old stuff though is like some of my favourite comedy bits. Like the ones that he's got on Netflix are amazing.
Yeah.
Like they were so good. But now I feel a bit weird watching them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I hate that, but I think it's like I've listened to them and it's not so bad. But see, seeing them now, I'm a bit like
Is he gonna pull his penis out?
yeah,
We don't know.
Yeah. Is he? I know I've watched this before and he never has, but
Yeah, I don't know. It's the Netflix edited version. Yeah, he gets his penis out in this version. Viewer discretion advised.
will we go into the? Did you watch the newest thing on Netflix?
Oh, you want to dive into that right
Well, I
now?
just want to talk about the concept. We can.
Well, let's just go into what we're watching then.
Will we do that before, Braw Or Naw?
Uh,
Up is down, left is right.
this is kind of like Bandersnatch, isn't it? It's kind of
Why
like,
not? It's a new year. Let's just fucking
fuck
mess the
about.
order up.
Yeah.
Well, let's just
Who
get
cares?
in.
what are we watching and listening to this week?
What have you been watching or listening to this week?
Did we all see Bandersnatch?
Andy
didn't
Mack's
see
not
it.
watched
No.
Bandersnatch.
Come on, man.
Are you
He's only
aware?
just got Spotify.
Are you aware of the concept though, Andy?
I've had Spotify for years, Jordan.
Yeah, you have had it for years.
No, I'm not aware of the concept myself.
Okay.
So you heard the Black Mirror, Charlie Brooker's sort of like weird, bleak outlook on the future TV shows, like individual stories. So he's released a movie, and it's a choose your own adventure. So the main character gets faced with these choices, and you as the viewer get to choose with your remote what he does next.
Right.
It was all right.
Yeah, it was good.
Like some of the choices and the endings were really quite intriguing. Like I quite enjoyed it, but there was some things I was really stressed out about.
Like what? Spoilers.
Spoilers. So there's a bit where you can either bury your dad after murdering him,
Yeah.
or chop him into pieces.
Yeah.
And it gets kind of meta as well. So like at one part, the guy's like he's a bit loopy. He's designing this game, and he's going a bit mental.
Right.
And it goes up, I know someone's there. Give me a sign. And it comes up saying that, tell him you're watching him on Netflix, or ignore him. And you tell him what's, and it comes up on his TV screen. I am watching you on Netflix in 2018. It's a media streaming service. And he's like, what the fuck is Netflix?
And then you have to explain it to him.
Yeah,
It's
and
like,
then-
it's weird.
But then like there's like
It's
a
like you guys talking to me then.
exactly. But then there's a bit. So if you choose chop up the dad, he goes he looks at this guy. He's like, "Are you being fucking serious?" Like,
Right.
and then there's another bit where out of nowhere there's a kung fu
Why
fight
is his dad dead though?
because he murders him with an
killed
ashtray.
him. Yeah.
With an ashtray.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
old school big glass, but it's set in
But
like
by the way, I
They
feel
damage with the hangs. Remember
the big
weight of the
old
hangs?
school
Yeah, I
ashtrays,
was
man.
gonna say that. It seems like people have been getting killed with ashtrays for decades now. It's like I've never once heard of someone getting hit with an ashtray
Well,
and
it's,
dying.
it's like because like there was an old EastEnders murder years ago, but it's the old pub ashtrays that are these big giant crystal things that literally my old man's got a marble one for Cuba, and it weighs
They are heavy.
Honestly, like you rattle somebody around the canister with that, and they're going down.
Isn't that funny how, you look at it now in 2019, say go back to 1949, right? So you go back, say, 70 odd years. Like everybody had these like beautiful, nice glass, crystal ashtrays and all this.
My parents had one, but then nobody smoked.
Not everybody smoked.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
But
that's what I'm saying.
now-
There's usually an ashtray. It was running out, but there used to always be an ashtray in someone's house because even if it was a non-smoker's house, 9 times out of 10, if you smoked,
You got to
you would
smoke.
just smoke in their house. You wouldn't even think about it.
That's so crazy.
You know what I mean? But now it's like, I didn't have an ashtray in my house. I have to go outside.
Yeah, it's just,
Unless it's like pissing with snow and then I have to stand under the oven with the extractor fan on.
yeah, it's like I don't think I've ever been to any young person's house, anybody under the age of say like 40, because that's still young. He tells himself.
I hope so.
But no, I've never been to like anybody's house at that kind of age who's got
An
never mind
ashtray.
like a fucking ashtray, like one of those like nice expensive glass like crystal pieces and that.
Well, it's the same
I
like
know,
when you used
everyone in my
to,
family suffered
when
with
you
it.
used to go to Boozer and you got the
Everybody smoked.
proper beer mugs, kind of like the carved glass ones. They were a belter, and you used to get them in every pub. And now it's just the
Yeah, they
plain.
had to do away with them because the handle made it too easy for you to go about cracking them about over fucking folks' heads. That's
right.
why.
Oh, fair enough. Didn't ken that.
And also
Thanks,
the
Andy.
glass was about 5 or 6 times thicker than what it is now in a pint glass. So on top of that, it was doing a lot more damage.
Soon damage. Anyway, Bandersnatch.
Bandersnatch.
But yeah,
Aye, so he killed his dad with an ashtray.
Well,
right?
well, you can do like it's.
His
like,
dad was
so
old then.
They say
Yeah.
there's like it's set in the 90s or something like that. But they're like it gives like really inane choices. Like you can choose Frosties or Sugar Puffs, what he has for his breakfast, and it goes. I thought it was all right.
Yeah, it was. I kind of feel it was worth the hype because of how I don't want to say revolutionary, just because how different it was.
Yeah.
You know, and hopefully that is the future. That's what Netflix is going to start putting money toward, this type of things that you can control. And I want to see how they take that.
Well, I've read somewhere that Charlie Brooker said there won't be any more Black Mirror ones that are choose your own.
Or even if Netflix just wants to fund
Well,
that.
they
that's cool.
started it off because I watched a video about this on YouTube last night, and they started it off with a Puss in Boots thing for kids. Mm-hmm. So like the character from Shrek. That's how they started off to see if
Yeah.
the technology worked, so the kids could choose what they wanted to happen next.
Oh, all right. I guess you could do like Dora
But,
the Explorer or something.
But there has been stuff like that before, but it was more video game based.
Exactly.
So
Yes.
it was like a video game that was like that, but it was shot with real actors and real cameras kind of thing. So it sounds just exactly the same, except you're just doing it on your TV.
Yeah,
No,
it's
so
interactive TV.
I'd have given
basically,
it.
yeah.
So if we're going to give it a rating, it wasn't mind-boggling, but I'd maybe have 6.5 bananas.
Yeah, I'll give it a 7. Yeah, I was really high on it when I first watched it. I've come back to earth now.
Yeah.
It's 7. It's good. It's good to watch. I think everyone should watch it. But
I've been binging a bit of TV. I watched recently. I watched the BBC Sherlock you know, with Benedict Rumplesnatch. I watched
What a name that is.
Rumbledick Cumberbatch, whatever his name.
Rumble Dick Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch. I finally watched pretty much all of them. That was good. I enjoyed. I'd give that an 8 bananas.
All right.
It was like, it's funny, really well shot. Martin Short, the guy from The Office, the British Office, and The Hobbit. Man, I could watch him in anything. I think he's brilliant. Chemistry is really good. Shot really well. What else? I fucking watched loads this week, and I can't remember any of it.
I watched the Revenant the other night.
That's all right.
With Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hardy. I think
Tom
his name
Hardy,
is. Yeah, and the guy from Bandersnatch is in it too. Actually, he's the young kid that follows Tom Hardy around.
Oh, right. Will Poulter.
Will Poulter, yeah.
Yeah, the blonde guy in Bandersnatch.
Yeah. That movie, I remember seeing it on a flight, and then I watched it again the other night. I was like, it's probably because I've been playing Red Dead Redemption, and I've been in my cowboy bag recently. But like, I was like, holy shit, this movie is really, really good. Just always crazy, like the part where he cuts open the horse because he's so cool. He falls off the cliff because the Indians are chasing him. Native Americans, sorry. He falls off the cliff into the snow. And he kind of passes out, wakes up, he's freezing. Cuts open the horse that he was riding, and then kind of wraps himself on the inside. Well, pulls out the innards first.
He does a Han Solo.
I saw Bear Grylls doing that, man.
Did he? Get out of here! No.
So that's
Because that's what I was saying. I was like, I'm so sad that I haven't seen a YouTuber do this. Like, try and cut a horse open.
It's a legit survival technique.
Really?
It's
it would be warm in there.
It's a good film. I watched it once. It's hard going though. Like,
Yeah.
I watched it maybe not long after it came out.
What?
I've seen that.
There you go. What do you think?
Fucking, I think I fell asleep about 3/4 of the way through.
That's
it.
a long
Yeah,
movie.
It was
You would,
a bit, it was
yeah.
a bit of
Long
a drag,
movie,
like,
man.
I wasn't too into it. The bear bit was good.
Yeah.
That was shot unbelievably.
Yeah.
I was like, just kick him in the nuts.
Hit him, poke him right in his in. So what are you giving that? What's the rating?
I'll give that an 8. I thought it was a good movie. It's a little long, but I'll give it an 8. I think it was a good movie.
I would never have stretched to an 8.
I think that if I didn't have Red Dead Redemption, it would probably be like a 6. but-
I rewatched.
a 6.
I did actually. I rewatched that Haunting a Hill House.
Okay.
Oh man, it's still so good.
Is it really?
Rewatched it again on the telly, and it's so fucking well shot. The story is brilliant. The characters, man. So I'll give that an 8. Again, a rescoring. 8 out of 10 bananas.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Andy Mac, what do you got?
Nothing as usual.
No music?
I can't.
Saying that, but I was listening to Andy Mac's beat tape.
Oh, I haven't got to that yet.
Yeah, you can get that Bad Boy. She's on Spotify, Amazon, Google Play, iTunes. It's only $2 on Bandcamp. Came out. I mean, just geese $2. Right?
Man's fridge has just died.
Yeah, man's fridge has just died. Fuck, I'm gonna wait. I've been working on Volume 2. Volume 2 will be ready for the end of the month. So, but honestly, no. I've not really been. I've been playing a little bit Civ 6 again on my laptop. Civilization 6. Just
What's that?
it's turn-based strategy. So
Turn-based strategy.
yeah, it's a turn-based strategy game. So you take your civilization. So like it could be Queen Victoria. It could be fucking Genghis Khan. And then you're taking them and trying to take over the world, basically.
All right.
Yeah, it's a really famous game, Sid Meier's Civilization. Yeah, really famous. So I've been playing a wee bit of that because I've got a copy of it still on my Steam account. So that's pretty much all I've been doing. Looking for a fridge, getting EPs and albums together, doing college work. No time for TV for me this week, boys.
Yeah.
Busy man.
Busy boy. You know, it's also been busy.
Braw Or Naw?
The Braw Or Naw list booted off today on
did.
Facebook a little
People
bit.
were rejuvenated after the New Year
Yeah,
break.
they were. It was slow like the last week, but now we're back, baby.
We're back, baby.
Back for 2019. This is Braw Or Naw.
Braw or Naw. Braw or Naw. Braw or Naw.
That's going to sound fantastic.
Been waiting to do that
That is
all
good
day. See Mike practicing in his mirror at home.
So what we got on the Braw Or Naws?
Right, well, I put this one. Well, actually, Mike put this one on at my house at like 1 in the morning after a heated discussion in the kitchen.
Okay.
Stovies.
Oh.
Nah.
No.
You don't like Stovies, huh? I love Stovies,
Nah,
especially
man.
with chunks of meat in them. I love it.
Man, it's the,
Chunks of corned beef.
I just didn't like corned beef and I didn't like onions.
Are you guys even Scottish? I don't even know you guys.
It's just it gives me the bulk, man. The texture of it, it's just, I'm not having that.
Corned beef is absolutely
What about-
bogging, man.
It smells like
it's
balls.
fucking rotten.
I know you're not. I hate qualifying things, but after a wedding, you know what I mean. And you either have your sausage, your bacon roll, or you get your Stovies like in a little cup or something. I love Stovies.
I usually just go away for a fucking another pint, man. Like,
I think
Go
you're gonna say
outside, have a couple of fags, chill out, get ready for the dancing part.
smoke wee dengue or that, get yourself ready to dance. That's why they call me Jengis Khan.
we have the episode
That's
title.
why they call me Jengis Khan. That's one of my favourite ones so far.
Jengis Khan.
Jengis Khan.
Bloody hell.
Tremendous.
Stovies.
So
I'm gonna go Braw. You got two.
Two no's and a bra.
no's
Right in the
and a
knob in. Yeah,
It's a strange one, though. The two Scottish guys are saying, no, Stovies.
It's mashed potatoes with meat in it. I don't understand
it's the
why.
texture, man. It's and the meat, the corned beef. Oh,
There's nothing wrong with the texture for me. It's just corned beef is absolutely stinking. And
love corned
onions.
beef.
Nah, man, just
Corned beef itself, corned beef with like mustard on like some toast, like a toasted roll. My mom whips that shit together, bro. I'm gonna get my mom to make something when she comes over.
not having that. Anyway, right. We'll go to the Facebook list. First one here I've got is Ian Shepherd. Shout out to Ian Shepherd.
Hi, Ian.
Friend calls on Facebook and making it public. Like, new year, new me. Time for a clear out. Bollocks to that. It's a no from me. I'll go along with this and I'll just put this alongside any sort of unnecessary public announcement. Whether it be like, no, because we've talked about this before, haven't we? We've talked about the bereavement thing. Fuck it. I'll go specific with this. That's a no from me. I don't give a fuck if you're, if I'm still seeing that, I'll unfriend you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a fuck if you're clearing people out on your Facebook.
Yeah, there's no
I'll
need
clear
to tell.
myself out.
Okay, I'll take myself to fuck.
Fuck you.
Guys, it's just, it does my tits in, man. It's like, if you're dead or you're trying to make a change, like, give us a fuck.
Hey, Ken, what? See, when you've made the change and you've had the success and you've got the results, then come back on Facebook and tell me all about it.
Yeah.
But don't tell me about your plans. I'm not interested in your
when we
plans.
get-
I want to see accomplishments.
When we get to December,
Right,
when we
didn't
get to
geese it.
December and you've lost 3 stone and you're looking fucking deadly,
Yeah.
chuck a photo up and show us in. But they be like, signed
we
up for a
deadly?
gym, just went for my healthy shop, I am ready. Fuck off, I don't care.
No bother.
I don't want to be your pal if you're having a call anyway. So that's a no from me.
It's a no from me.
That's a no for me. I don't
That's
like
all
random
round no's,
announcements
Ian.
on Facebook.
Straight in the knob in that.
Roddy Bader.
Hot rods. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year
Hot
to the
rod.
hot rod. Happy New Year, lads.
Happy New Year to all our listeners.
Yeah.
Singling just Roddy out.
What's it going to have a go? WWE. Braw or Naw? Stop. Well, sorry, he carries on to say, stopped watching in first year, but some folks love it.
I'm gonna go Braw. I don't watch it, but it's like the EastEnders or Coronation Street for men. Well, not necessarily for men. I shouldn't say that, but
It's like-
predominantly men.
It's not as good as it. Well, I'll say that now because when I was a kid and you had fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock and Mankind and DX, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that
those
was
were good
amazing.
years.
Like when I shouldn't have been watching it because it wasn't for 9-year-olds when I watched it, but.
Nah.
It was brilliant, and like I still see the videos pop up on my Instagram, and I'll watch and I'll see
Yeah, it's
who's
funny.
doing what. It is funny, so it's not something I frequent often on the TV. I didn't have Sky Sports, so
Rest in peace to Mean Gene, who passed away yesterday too.
oh yeah, brother. I'm gonna say Braw,
I'm gonna say Braw too. I like WWE.
especially for like the nostalgia factor.
Yeah, why not?
I don't watch it anymore, but you can't beat that feeling when you hear Mr. McMahon's theme tune music hit. No chance.
No chance.
Just like, yes, Mr. McMahon, you fucking up it, man. Honestly, like, I'm no joking. Like,
Saying that, some of the theme tunes back in the day were fucking tremendous.
Yeah. They dropped an album with all the theme tunes on it.
man,
man.
there's hundreds of them,
The
yeah.
Rock's theme tune, Stone Cold's theme tune, all of them had a fucking belter of an intro, and that would, as soon as the intro hit, crowd went mental.
And a lot of the theme tunes were written by one guy. His name was Jim. Oh, fuck. I was saying no Wi-Fi here, so I can't look it up. But his name was Jim something or other, but he's the guy that was responsible for about 95% of the wrestlers' theme tunes and all that throughout the years. But what you find now is a lot of them go with like real bands and shit like that.
Yeah.
And they're getting a lot of their stuff like custom made and all that kind of
As
shit.
well, yeah.
I'm going to hate to say, bro, like there is a nostalgia factor,
Yeah.
and also when we go drinking sometimes, if it's getting a bit wild, 3:30, 4 in the morning, it might and it usually does turn into wrestling theme tunes and the fucking quiz and all that kind of shit as well. So I'm gonna hate to say Braw, man.
I thought you were going to say your sisters stunning on each other. in
I
the
know,
fucking
me
living
too.
room.
I'm in Andy Mack's living room. He's put me in the sharpshooter. I'm screaming for life.
Me
We're
and-
all stunners. I'll be in the Stone Cold
Years
Minger.
ago, when I was still at high school, me, Matt, and my pal Dan were all really bored in the common room. So we fucking set up a wrestling bit, which started with me rattling Matt's head into the lockers,
Yeah.
and then him going down, and then me going to people to elbow him. And as I jump back over, my mate Daniel cracks me with a chair. So I hit the deck, and then
Steel chair.
and then Matthew flying elbows me off the top of a table, and he fucking landed. I remember he coming right in the rib cage, and I wish I could find that video, man, because it was amazing, absolutely brilliant, good times. Ryan Scott with the Greg's vegan sausage roll. We talked about it earlier, but I'm going to say, bro.
I'll say, bro. Can't wait to eat it.
Yeah. Why not?
I'm not against it. Gav Hind, shout out to Gav Hind. A fry up when you're hanging.
Yes, Gav.
Yes, Gav. That's
the
bro
right
all
thing.
day.
That's a
Bro all day.
no-brainer, bro, Gav.
Grant John. Oh no, wait a minute here. Paul Bonner. That's Barry B's big bro. Hoagie wraps.
Ooh, I think we talked about this once, didn't we?
I've never had one.
You never had one? You
Nah,
never-
because a packet full of fucking salad and that's got
No,
onions
they
and
didn't.
shit.
El Rashid's didn't, mate. That's just
Nah.
chips, meat, and
Your
chili
El
sauce.
Rashid's fucking
El
daft.
Rashid loyal. Hi.
They need to sponsor us.
Telling you what though, mate. I went.
I'll hear a word with Sean.
I cheated on them the other week though.
Ooh, with who?
A Marmaris pizza.
Ah, how was it? Was it good?
Man, that was a revelation.
I don't think I've ever had a pizza from
The thing
Marmaris.
is, we went up to.
Is that the place, the chippy place?
No, it's round. It's across the road from
Indian
Dickens.
restaurant.
No,
Dickens.
Eh?
Marmaris.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking of Manzo. Sorry.
Marmaris. So
Sorry.
we were up at my pal's house. We'd all been drinking. There was a group.
Oh,
of
okay,
us,
I know what you're talking about.
And
All
we're waiting for some. We said we'll get some food in. The only place open was Marmaris. Got a couple of big 16-inch pizzas in for everyone. Oh my word!
Good.
So I thought it was a fluke because I was pissed.
So he's back the next night.
However,
That's a great way.
on the first,
That tasted too good. I'm going to get it again.
After I'd had my steak pie for my lunch,
Oh, my God.
I ordered myself a wee New Year's.
That bastard.
Oh mate, I'm telling you, it was delicious. But
So-
hoagie wraps anyway.
So that's 2 out of 2, aye.
Oh mate, two for two. I'm gonna have to go for a hat trick at the end of the month.
Oh, wow.
End of the night.
Oh, damn it.
I'm going for food tonight when I leave here, so I mean.
I'm telling you, me
tempted.
Marmaris, and the thing is, Mike, just plain cheese.
That's what you got to
I
do.
went for it. I'm
That's how you got to test it.
I'm telling you, mate.
That's like my favourite budget takeaway. Is just like a fucking the smallest cheese pizza of the day and chips and
Oh,
like
yeah.
a can of juice and they're like that $7.
a wee
like,
meal deal high.
Mark Miller checking in saying Marmara's pizza is the boss. Definitely a bra.
Yeah. But anyway,
so
hoagie
Mark
wraps.
Miller kens the crack as well.
Mark
does he?
Miller
Yeah.
kens the crack. Get a free one with your money.
Sound.
Free Marmara's pizza with your mini.
Anyway, hoagie wraps. I'm going to say, bro.
I'm definitely going to say, bro, I had one last when I was in Glasgow. And I remember just stumbling back to my hotel room, and I still had my kilt on, but I was shirtless. I felt like a true Scotsman. And probably had
up that
sauce
kilt.
dripping in my chest hair or something. And I was like, I'm going to destroy this right now. And it was so good.
Oh,
it was
yeah,
so
man.
good.
Andy, mate, you're thinking what you're missing, mate.
No, I always thought it was just like what was it like doner chips and salad and all that. Oh,
Doner-
fuck.
Nah, there was no salad in
Doner,
mine.
chips, cheese, and chili sauce all wrapped up in a nice wee tortilla.
That doesn't sound too
Tortilla.
bad.
As thick as a man's forearm.
Okay.
Thicker than a Snicker.
Thicker than a Snickers. Grant George put resolutions. I think we talked about this last year, didn't we?
Yeah.
Last week. Last year.
No, it's true. We did talk about it last year.
Oh, I'm one of those pricks now.
Yeah,
Oh,
no. we
Welcome
don't
to the
do-
club.
Resolutions are an all year round thing. Change your thinking any day.
Wait,
of the
time
year.
out. I'll go bra. If you want to have a resolution, that's fine. If you feel like you're going to stick to it and
Yeah.
you're going to carry on, that's fine.
Just didn't
Bra.
post about it on Facebook.
Yes, please don't post about it on Facebook. Keep that shit to yourself.
No one gives a fuck.
Craig McCaffrey just checked in. Dry January. Worst ever month to go dry. Bra or no?
Shout out to Craig.
Good, good.
Try
I'd say
January.
bro, man, because I'm doing that right now. Like,
Yeah.
but I'm not doing it. I think it's not for any charity. It's just I'm skint. I've no reason to drink, and my body just cannot handle any more sessions just now. Like, I'm gubbed. I am gubbed, Craig.
Gubbed.
Gubbed.
I also got half a crate of beers there in the back garden. So
So I've
Got to drink them too.
got to drink them, man. It's like Jordan with the celebrations. If they're sat there, I just got
Yeah.
to start
I've
tearing
got
in
some
about them.
Bud Lights though, but
The best beer in the world. Hey, I
but
know.
see if you want to date dry January, then it's a bra from me.
Yeah, dry January. It's always good to put down the booze for a little while.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's a bra.
Bra.
If you're
bra,
up for it.
bra.
Last one I've got here is from Mark Miller. Show Mark Miller. Happy New Year, boys. I wish you and your families all the best for 2019.
Happy New Year, Mark.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, bro. He's put gherkin. Braw or naw? I say no. I hate the little green sods.
What do you think, Eddie Mac?
Nope.
Nah.
Not at all?
No, that's the first thing that's coming off the burger.
I was going to say that. Do you peel them off your burger?
I
Scrape them off, Mike. I don't touch them in my
yeah,
hands.
that's what I love now. And
Scrape them off with a
you can
knife.
go to-
End of the wrapper.
when you can go to McDonald's and you can set your burger up on the wee touch screens.
Yeah.
And you can remove that shit now, so there's no peeling and no gherkin off here.
Didn't use the touch screens at McDonald's. Have you seen the amount of
covered in
germs that
shit.
are apparently on them? And then
don't
do you
tell me
wash your
that.
hands before you go and fucking eat your McD's?
No.
Do you? Fuck. Hey.
That's like
I,
does Mike wash his cutlery? I didn't wash my hands.
I'm just going to use that dirty cutlery in there from now on. No, I'm going to go braw. I like pickles. Love them.
No, I'm not down
Gherkins.
for that. I'm not down for that. Like,
Do you use like the onions on your McDonald's burgers too or no?
I see, I'm a chicken.
what's wrong with
I'm
y'all?
a chicken legend guy. I didn't like the meat pies in McDonald's.
Really?
I'm a chicken guy when I go to McD's. Like, I only get meat burger if I'm at Burger King.
I always remember this, and this is a direct quote from Jordan on this podcast. I only go to McDonald's for chicken products. That's what he said.
That's
And
True story.
That's-
I'm
sad.
with him about 95%. Mate, I'm fucking chicken nugget daft,
Came
man.
up, unless came up.
Right.
The only thing I'll get there with meat product is a wee cheeseburger. And that'll to go along with my 20 chicken nuggets.
We got a couple comments on the lives, a little bit more popping this year. Thanks, guys, for watching.
Poppin'.
Mark Miller, boys, let's forget about the minis and come find me at the Mercedes. you boys look like you want to drive a bit of class. And that little smirking emoji.
No me.
Must have got a new
No
job
me.
this year. Congrats, Mark. I'll take a Benzo, a Mercedes.
Yeah, for the same price as a mini though. Right?
Grant George checking in, also saying, if you're worried about germs, I just wouldn't eat McDonald's in general.
Fair enough, Grant.
Good point, Grant. Good
I'm not
point.
that worried about good germs, to be quite
Me
honest.
neither. I'm
No, it's
going
just
there
the touch
right after
screen,
you.
man.
I can.
I'm only doing drive-through as well.
Actually, to be honest with you, the fucking people that work there didn't look super clean either.
Oh, don't say that. That's not nice.
Oh, I might have to beep that out because that's a wee bit harsh. I'm a McDonald's loyal, man.
Please beep that
No,
out.
I won't.
So these wee
He said it,
spot-
not
so
me.
these
I
wee
love
spot-
McDonald's.
So these wee spotty teenagers.
I'm
handling my
fucking
food.
raging actually. Last time I was at McDonald's, I got obviously chicken nuggies.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously chicken nugget meal, medium. I'm only doing medium these days.
Oh, nice.
Because I noticed you didn't get any more chips in a large.
You don't?
You don't.
No.
You don't. It's a waste of time.
Bastards.
Fair enough.
But they never put my barbecue sauce in that, and I also got the cheese dippers because they were on the festive menu.
Gotta
I
get
was-
the cheese
I
dippers.
was getting dipped out my nut that day, like. And it's meant to come with a rich tomato dip. Fucking idiots never put that in the bag either. So I got all the way home absolutely
Sauceless.
cannon, man, for fucking dipping my nuggies and my cheese dippers. Not a single sass in the bag.
Sauceless.
Oh, Dre. What a Dre.
Dre.
Fail. Well, I had to have them with tomato ketchup and mustard. Like, that's cool, but like I wanted barbecue sauce for my
You
nuggies.
paid for your barbecue sauce too.
Damn
If
it, Mike,
you-
I paid for it.
If you're just going to have normal sauce, you might as well go to Asda and buy yourself a £1 pack of 30 odd chicken nuggies. If I'm
not the
paying,
same,
but
man.
if I'm paying extra for my McDonald's ones, I want them in a good sauce.
We got
So
one.
if I'm just using normal sauce, then I'm just wanting normal nuggies.
We
Fuck
got
McDonald's.
one more here. One more here from Gaza Monroe.
Shout
Shout out,
Gaza.
Gaza.
Jermaine Defoe, Braw Or Naw.
Oh, he's away at Rangers, isn't he?
And they're talking about him going to Celtic last week.
He'll score a fucking shitload
Is
of
it
goals
official?
up here. Apparently so, yeah.
Actually official, because I seen
Yeah.
they were talking about him going to Celtic there.
Monda Rangers.
That's plenty. That's plenty. Like,
What does Gary think?
I don't know if,
If he's-
Gary's
if he's
still
still-
watching.
if
If you're
he's
still
still
watching,
watching.
Gary, what's up?
he's a good striker. He is. Well, he was a good striker, but I think in the SPR, I reckon he'll score a rate.
He'll
But-
score a shitload of goals up here, man.
Oh man, fuck's sake.
He might just fire Rangers to the title.
Oh,
Yes.
hi-yo.
Honestly.
Oh man, Seek
Look,
just thinking about
you
it.
look Seek.
Seek.
Gary
just
says
thinking about it.
18-month deal.
Yeah. That's
How
why
does
I
that make
thought
you feel,
of it.
Jordan?
Thing is, I would have taken him at Celtic, to be quite honest. He's a backup striker. Like, we're
You
talking.
need defenders, mate.
Where did he
We
come
need a
from?
striker. We've only got one fit striker just now.
Where did he
I
come from?
suppose.
Bournemouth.
Born. Oh, my
The
boys.
Cherries.
I know, you should have known that, Mike.
Shit, I know. I'm still a
Shite.
Cherries fan.
Are you fuck?
Actually, that
Hun.
you
That's
know
what
what?
you
Well, actually, let's come back to that because that it was one of the topics I have on there.
The Cherries.
No, Bournemouth.
All right.
Oh yeah, well, not the city of Bournemouth.
Okay.
That's weird. Are we done?
Is that the Braw Or Naw's done?
I think so.
Thanks, guys.
It's killing my data. Just fucking streaming
Data.
my data.
I'll do it next week.
Yeah, so last year when I picked those teams out, I probably was bullshitting around and said, we should go down there and watch them play. What's like? I guess this could be a Braw or Naw too. What about guys' vacations? Braw or Naw? You're probably all right because you're the single lad of the group. But
AKA Shagger. No.
sense of-
All right, Shagger.
AKA Shagger, AKA Jengis Khan, AKA Macapella on a beat.
Jengis Khan.
Love it, mate.
Do you mean like trips or like actual holidays? Or just like a weekend away?
Maybe not going to Bournemouth because we're going to watch soccer. So maybe if we go to like I don't know. Let's go to Benidorm for a long weekend. No stag, no nothing. Guys just going away.
I had a burn when I was 19, so I've never been on one.
Yeah, me neither.
Right. I went on a
I have,
I went on
actually,
a stag do to Amsterdam, and that was brilliant.
Yeah.
But why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care. I go on holiday on my own. I don't mind if I'm on my own or with a big group of folks.
See, I thought that was weird going on holiday on your own. I would kind of love to go on holiday on my own right now.
I'd be shite by myself. Like, I'm the use by myself. I'd get bored.
As long as I got my Bud Lights and some sun, I'm happy. One more thing I want to touch on before we sign off for the evening, that little pie chart at the bottom of the thing there. Did you see this? It says the budget breakdown of a 25-year-old who makes $100,000 a year and is excellent with money. So I don't know many 25-year-olds that make £100,000 per year, but fair enough. So the one thing that jumped out at me, well, it says typical monthly spending is $2,775. Dining out, £250 per month. I guess if you're single, you could maybe see that, right? Utilities, $195. Transportation, $130. Cell phone, $40. All fine. House cleaner, $30. Internet, $20. Rent, $825. It says donations, $615 a month. Who donates anything to that amount? Do you know anyone that donates that much?
Probably in America, it'll be a tax write-off.
I guess if you're making $100,000, yeah, maybe it would be. Yeah,
That's probably why that is. That's money you're not going to have to pay tax on.
but then it says groceries $400 and then dining out $250. Surely it wouldn't be $400 a month if you're dining out for
What was the
£250
annual
per month.
cocaine spend every month?
Surely it
Because
is.
usually you find 25-year-olds on $100,000 a year are going to party pretty hard.
Yeah, they're doing a lot
That's
of
probably
blow.
that dining out. That's what they're doing. They're not eating it.
Or they're selling the blow to make $100,000.
They're going out for their dinner every other night. So that's what they don't. That's what the groceries is.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing, right?
That's
There
that nose candy.
There are lots of people who earn 20-odd grand a year and a lot less who eat 3 or 4 takeaways a week. So
Yeah.
how's it any really different making 100 grand a year and just going out for your tea 3 or 4 fucking nights
Mate,
a
if
week?
I was in 100 grand a year, I'd have a chef, or I'd get food delivered to my house that was like pre-cooked.
Yeah.
Not like deliveries. I just realised that's really fucking stupid what I just said.
No, but
I'm really not well, people.
no, but you get those things like folk.
That's what I mean. I like the,
Yeah, I
the
know
blue
what you mean.
apron and all that type of shit. Like, I get one of them.
Blue Apron's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
But that donations may be donations to their drug dealer.
Yeah, that's what it
I
is.
find that odd, Mike.
That's a lot of money.
But then, that's me speaking for myself. Like, I don't give anything to charity.
Maybe we're all just
I
cheap
refuse
fucks,
to.
yeah.
Well, no, I refuse to because where does the money go? Why have we got people who are in charge of the Red Cross sitting on, £250,000 a year? What on earth do they do to justify
I don't
these
give money
salaries?
to animal charities.
I don't
You
give
don't?
money to charity for that reason. You don't know
Team
where it goes.
people. Team people.
Yeah, that's true. Might
It
as
goes
well.
to paying
Thing is,
fucking salaries, man.
Thing is, even if I give money to Jakey on the street, even if he is buying booze with it, again, that's him spending it. Like Andy says, it's not going to some fucking
Yeah.
CEO who's earning ridiculous amounts of money, or I'll donate clothes into a homeless shelter. Do you know what I mean? Things that are actually
Yeah.
going to get used.
That's a good point.
But yeah,
I don't know. Maybe young people, maybe the generation after us are a lot more,
sound.
well, not so much sound, but they're a bit more given.
Maybe.
I still think it's an odd one, though.
I don't think that's
I'd
right.
imagine that's a tax write-off.
Yeah.
Well, no, I
probably.
also thought it was an interesting demographic to look at. Those aged 25 earning 100k a year. I mean, I wonder what percentage of the population that actually is.
Cam girls,
Oh yeah.
Instagram models.
So wait, let's see what that works out to per year. So 615 by
Probably,
12.
what is it, 50? You would get 50% tax at that amount.
So it's I don't know if it works the same way. Well, that's an American thing, but
so
yeah,
all
it
it
would
is,
be
it'd
probably.
50 grand a year, wouldn't it? So that's what?
So that's 7,380 pounds on a year on donations. That'd be a healthy tax write-off for
It
you.
doesn't
wouldn't
explain what the donations are, though. That's
See, but they probably got those numbers from people who they were polling from wherever they would do their polling from, and there's people like, oh yeah, I donate thousands to charity, and it's like, no, you don't.
And all you need is a small sample size and one person to give an extraordinarily large amount for it to start to really skew your results. Although the data is the data at the end of the day.
I know who we to judge the data.
No, you can't argue with data.
I mean, I wouldn't spend my
we don't know where the
$100,000 a year
data's
on
from.
that,
No.
but is that us?
I wish I earned $100,000 a year, man, because I'd still do this.
Oh, aye.
Oh yeah, I
I
definitely.
fucking would.
I'd do this, but in a really
Honestly.
like a nice like
In a nice
luxury
suit.
studio.
Smoking cigars.
Aye. Drinking brandy,
Aye, fuck aye, man.
flicking matches at
Roaring
homeless
fire.
folk.
You went from giving money to the guy for a drink to flicking matches at
Yeah,
him.
is that
Same guy.
Dance, monkey. Dance.
Put yourself out
I
here.
would. Monkey Sword Mate does not endorse flicking matches at homeless people.
No, not unless they're lit. No, I'm only joking.
Jengis Khan. Boo, 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 boo.
Jengis Khan, the murderer.
Is that us for the week?
Jordan's dying to get out of here. Apparently,
But
he's not feeling well.
I am fucking dying, boys.
I need to get some food now after that chat too. So.
I'm thinking about going to try this marmara suit, but tell
Telling
you
you-
what, son, if it's fucking disappointing, I'll be straight on to you later on.
Oh, you carry on, mate. If you didn't eat it, you came with my houses.
Bring it to me. That's why I can eat it.
I'll put it away.
Is that you? Is I? Is that us?
I think so. I'm dying.
You've had enough
boys.
tonight,
I'm
aye.
fucking dying, boys. I'm really sorry.
That's all right. You've made about an hour and 25 tonight, so.
Oh, all right.
I'll roll with that.
That's cool.
Just enough to get folk through their mornings tomorrow.
Yeah.
I better hope that nobody sniffed after 10 seconds or Rachel will have turned off. Smell your mouth.
And on that note,
A quick word from our sponsors.
the team at Fair City Jiu-Jitsu understand that Jiu-Jitsu can be quite overwhelming when you first start, so they developed a course to properly introduce complete beginners to the art. This is a great opportunity for anyone, regardless of age, gender, or fitness level, to start 2019 with a new goal. You will have access to an online support group, which will be used by both coaches and students to ask questions and review video of the course content. No equipment required. Just turn up, start learning something new, and get fit at the same time. Just £79 for a full week course, which includes 16 instructed sessions, plus access to the online support group and training videos. You can get in touch on Facebook, Instagram, or if you visit faircityjujitsu.com.
Only 9 days left, though, people, so get in touch with the boys down at Fair City Jiu-Jitsu.
Please
it.
do.
Do it. They're all wonderful people. But that is us for the week. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for dealing and listening to our pish for another week. Please stick with
Another
it.
year ahead of you.
Another couple, boys.
Sorry in advance.
Let's do this from here. Tell a friend. Let's get back into this. Tell a friend.
Please do, yeah.
Share it on Facebook. When this comes out, when you finish listening to it, share it. You can find us at monkeyswordfightpodcast@gmail.com. We're on Facebook and Podbean and YouTube, Monkey Sword Fight Podcast. I am on Twitter at Wagwan Patrice.
I am also on Twitter at _M_dots. We are on Instagram as well, Monkey Sword Fight Podcast, all one word.
And I'm on Twitter at Macapella. And sorry, might I also just add the Twitter account? I think is it like 950, 940, something like that. now?
nice.
Let's have a wee quick count. just at the end of
So
this episode.
again, if you've listened to the show, you've got our Twitter account, and you haven't given us a follow yet, please give us a follow.
921.
921. I thought it was more.
Okay.
Must have dropped followers.
921.
Who's unfollowing?
Oh, we mort's going off here, hey.
So
Right.
yeah, drop us a follow on that. We'd love to get over 1,000.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Let's keep it going. Thank you for the love and the appreciation and the Happy New Year messages. We will talk to you next week. Peace.
Peace.